Welcome to Natural Solutions for Mental Health. This is a call and an educational class I've been wanting to do for a while, but today it just like dropped in my heart that I needed to share this as soon as possible, especially with it now, if you guys are watching the recording being into November, heading into holiday time, and everyday life gets busy and gets is hard, let's be honest, but especially during the holidays. There's just a lot to it. There's family dynamics, sometimes there's just past trauma, maybe there's you know, finances being tight or travel or just trying to coordinate schedules. And so me and a lot of friends have been talking lately, and I was like, you know what? Not only during holiday times, but just every day as we live in this fallen, broken world, we need to control what we can control. And there are a lot of natural, effective things that we can do. Some of them don't even cost anything that we're going to talk about today. So, um, if you guys have questions, if you're on the live, just go ahead and put them in the chat and we'll talk more here at the end. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kendra Bamforth. I am the leader of Sharing is Caring, which is our oil community that I have been leading now for almost 12 years. It got started when my oldest son was born premature and had a lot of health issues. And then I just took all of this health and wellness knowledge into my hands to help me with my other sons to have some natural VBACs. I have a passion to share about pregnancy, birth, and baby. I recently became a doula and I love to do birth mentor calls. I'm certified as an essential emotions coach and a Robo Touch technique as well, which is a massage technique with our essential oils. So there's just a lot of ways I've been able to utilize these health and wellness tools for myself as a mom, for my own mental health as a human being, as a daughter, as a sister, as a wife, just in so many ways as a friend. It's so nice to have natural products that are going to work with my body. And then full circle, I know they come from nature. I know that God put them on the earth and the plants for us to utilize for medicinal benefits, for physical properties. And so it's just been an amazing journey the last 12 years, how I have used essential oils and products every single day in my life. And a lot of things we're going to touch on today too, just for other natural solutions are just everyday things that are available to us. But I think when we get so busy, we don't zoom back out and realize how we can utilize Mother Nature and different things like that as well. Oh, I should mention Kingston's 13, Jackson's 10, and Bryson's 6, and they all are essential oil babies. They utilize their oils in all different ways, especially what I didn't add in here, the Brave from the kids collection is my son's favorite emotional mental health support tool, which I think is super cool, even though I'm raising boys who have to be tough and strong. I also teach them they have emotions and then they have tools to help when those emotions are kind of crazy because they're human as well. So there was a whole bunch of statistics and things I wanted to put on here about X amount of percent of people have anxiety and XYZ. And I was like, no, like end of the day, we all are walking through something. Mental health is important. It matters. You're not alone. I will tell you that. I've had so many girlfriends, especially mothers, reach out to me this last like 2 week span that are really struggling and needing support, needing prayer, needing help. And just know that you're not alone. It's important. And it's a difficult thing to walk through on your own. So just know you have community. That's why I created this Sharing is Caring community because we needed to have people in our corner who want to walk the wellness lifestyle, but that are also just going to be supportive in all ways and not feeling like there's a dumb question on your health journey because a lot of things are a little bit unknown, right? So mental health is important. It matters. And just know that this next 10 minutes, we're really going to dive in for you. So take a big deep breath. I want you guys to grab whatever your favorite essential oil is. I put Adaptive on already, whether it's Balance, Serenity, Adaptive, something calming that can really just help you to calm your central nervous system and give yourself the next 10, 15 minutes to learn for you. And therefore, you can utilize it for yourself, for your family, and just full circle. You get to walk out into the world and just be a shining light when it's a really dark place, right? So there is a little acronym that I found that I thought was pretty cool. And the irony is it actually sounds like pharmaceuticals, but it's not. So this is I think it's really an easy way to remember. We're going to dive into each one of these and all the different natural tools you can do in them. But it's MEDS RX. So MEDS stands for meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. And RX, which would typically be like a script, right? For medicine is about relationships. And then there's some extra things that are in there that you can do as well. So keep this little acronym in mind every time that you're feeling a little bit stressed or walking into a season of life like holidays or busy, work stuff going on or a test at school or something like that, just keep this in mind and go back to it so that you can settle into each thing. So meditation. First things first, I think in our society, when you hear meditation, you think of like yoga, sitting at a park, mantras, affirmations, vision boards, that type of thing. I think that's beautiful. I think that is something that I mean, in general, the whole idea is going to be, you're disconnecting in order to reconnect, right? And so it's taking time for you, getting out in nature, grounding. For me, when I hear meditation, my faith and belief is that I want to meditate on God's word. I want to get into understanding things around me. So for me, my time of meditation every morning is time in my Bible app, listening to devotionals. So whatever it is, whatever is resonating for you, just taking time to slow, right? The world is busy and crazy and nonstop. So taking time to slow. I love utilizing the balance oil. It's a grounding blend. This reminds me of Colorado. It smells like trees. Think of trees. They're rooted and they're grounded and they're firm, right? Firm foundation. And so putting balance on your wrist every morning, on the bottom of your feet, up and down your spine. I love using this on my boys. Just get them grounded and stable as well as at night before bed. And plus, like, it's more not such a girly aroma, right? Balance is very manly and very earthy. So balance is a great one to utilize before meditation, before just getting into a space of calm and quiet for yourself. Guaiac wood also. This is it's a wood. It's a actually like Palo Santo. It's a very amazing aroma. So there's so much that goes on in your nose and the olfactory system. So you can actually affect your emotions by your scent. And that's why when you smell some cologne that you walk by someone, it reminds you of your high school boyfriend. There's a connection there in the brain. Or the other day, me and Jackson were talking about when you smell like a cookie baking or something, it brings you back to a certain time. And maybe like when I was with Grandma Pat making banana muffins or something. So there's always a connection with aroma and it can really help your mood. So when it gets really stressful and really dark and deep and that depression setting in, using the essential oils to lift is really powerful. Citrus oils are also really good for that. They're mood lifting, they're happy. You're walking through a field of wild oranges or lemon trees, right? Very happy. Get a lot of sunshine. Utilize sunshine. We're inside so much. Just go outside, even now in the winter months, and just put your face up and just sit there in the sun for 5 minutes and soak all that vitamin D in. It's really important. This brand new frankincense stick has to be one of my favorite. I've been using it on my face, on our feet before massaging our feet. And for me, like I said, it's the God oil. It's part of the royal family, frankincense. And so it helps me to just even get more rooted and grounded into finding time to like block out all that noise and just sit in it. Now, the adaptive system is probably going to be the hero of this entire presentation because it is literally created for stress, anxiety, and depression. So adaptive is a calming blend. There's an essential oil. There's a roller ball. Whenever you have it in a touch roller ball, it just has coconut oil. It's easy to apply topically. The oil you can also use in your wrists and your hands, putting it on or in a diffuser. And the adaptive is a blend of a lot of different oils and like copaiba, magnolia, wild orange, oils that are not only going to be calming and grounding, but also uplifting. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds to help calm that central nervous system. The adaptive capsules are not just the oil in there, it's the essential oils and there's other herbal extracts. So the best one in here is GABA, as well as ahi flower, scledium root, and literally going to be this herbal extracts that go in within 5 minutes. I feel the weight lifted off my chest. I know people have so many amazing testimonies. The adaptive is actually 10% off this month in November if you're watching this live. And the adaptive is just so incredible. So it just calms the central nervous system, helps you to get those thoughts back in line and like settled and not just all over the place like you're going to go crazy. And then utilizing internally, topically, and aromatically is such a beautiful way. So I apply the rollerball over my chest. I like to apply it in the shape of a cross. I put the adaptive on my wrist and my diffuser. Sometimes you can put a couple of drops in your hand and just take in some really deep calming breaths and then taking one or two capsules as needed. If you know you're walking into a hard conversation or a busy day, do it preventatively. I use balance every single morning. It's on my nightstand or it's on my bathroom sink. I use it every single morning just to start the day. And then as I need it throughout the day as well. So adaptive system is by far a must have. It's also amazing for kiddos. By far cannot recommend the adaptive system enough. The E in the meds RX is for exercise. We know moving our bodies is so important. I know for me as I age, even though I was a college athlete, I very much am all about moving my body for my mental health. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not even working out to try to like, get in shape. I literally just need it for my brain on those days where everything just feels crazy and you feel so busy. And one of the things I was listening to, it said sometimes you feel, I wrote it down here actually. It said sometimes you're burnt out not because you're doing too much, because you're not doing enough of the things that your body needs. And this is true. Like we need to schedule these brain breaks. It's 5 minutes. You get up from your chair and do 10 squats or go on a walk or, go do something that is moving your body. Yes, of course you can lift weights or you can go to a class or, if you're working from home or you don't have time or money to go to a gym, go to YouTube. There's so many incredible yoga, Pilates, even just like HIIT workouts, the high intensity interval ones that take you 10, 15 minutes, but it's something that you've done. And there's studies that show that your brain actually starts working in the frontal cortex and it helps you to refocus. And so definitely exercise is so important. Sometimes we're too tired, sometimes we don't have the motivation. So I love the Motivate Rollerball. This is the encouraging blend. I like this before work. I like this before life. Motivate is definitely helpful. I put it over my chest, my wrist, on the back of my ears. It is like a citrusy minty, so it's very uplifting and invigorating. There's the Mito 2 Max. You might not know about these ones. Mito 2 Max is actually our energy and stamina complex. So Mito stands for mitochondria to the max. So we're going to elevate our brain and to get there without the caffeine or stimulant that's going to crash. So this is a natural energy and stamina that can help replace, Red Bulls or 5 cups of coffee a day. So this is a really powerful one to help keep your energy so that you feel like you can go move your body. Sometimes the hardest part to exercise is like just getting into the gym or just getting in the video at home or just getting up out of your bed or out of the chair to go walk because I find when I'm exhausted, when I do a workout, I actually have more energy afterwards. So exercise is crucial. Also having the deep blue stick, of course, because after you're done working out, you're most likely going to be sore. But sore is good because muscles are breaking, therefore they're building. And so there's a difference between like injury pain and like you're sore because your muscles are building. So deep blue stick is very helpful for that, as well as like baths with Serenity or lavender or copaiba. I took all these notes. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, next, diet. This is kind of a no-brainer, right? But sometimes it's like one of those things you have to put it back in the forefront of your mind because I know, especially living in the States, there's so many unhealthy options all over, and it's convenient and it's quick and it's fast. It's not cheaper, but it's definitely quicker sometimes in this busy world. But it doesn't take a lot of time to meal prep or to, make some quinoa up in the fridge and have your vegetables and fruit for the week cut up in the fridge. Like it really is important. One of the things I was listening to was saying that there's no such thing as junk food. There's junk, and then there's food. Like there's real food. There's nothing that's made and processed or made in a factory like this, processed sugars. It's not even food. It's literally just junk. So keep that in mind, and it's really important. And I know it's so easy, but that also creates this downhill spiral of like the addiction to the sugar, and then you feel exhausted, and then you're stressed, and the stress leads then to your brain being crazy, and then you're probably emotionally eating more, and it's just this really nasty spiral. So we talk about this all the time with my oil family. Every choice we make is a step towards wellness or towards illness. And a huge part of that is what you're putting in your body. The drinks you're consuming, the food, not to mention the things you're listening to and watching. There's a lot of inlets and outlets in your body for sure. So think about that. Um, yeah, reduce processed sugars and foods at all costs, right? Eat real food. And don't forget, like supplementation is so important. It's actually brain nutrition and brain energy. Like, even if we're eating the healthiest organic diets, we still are not getting enough of the things that our bodies need. So it's really important to supplement. The VMG from doTERRA is our brand new vitamins, minerals, greens, all in one little pouch, 1 pouch a day. Add it to 5 ounces of cold water, chug it down, you're good. Set it next to your coffee maker, make a habit of those together, like to tie the habit together. And then take your omegas. Omegas are fish oil. These are wild orange fish oil. They don't smell or taste or burp up like fish oil at all. You can actually chew them and they taste like wild orange. They're pretty incredible. And these are going to be huge for brain health, heart health, inflammatory response. So that's all going to play an effect later on in the day, right? When you're getting up to do your workout and you're trying to focus on work and you're trying to avoid stress from the kids and the all the noise and all the overwhelming things that are going on in your schedule. So it's really, really important to get this in. And this is the easiest way to get your foundation of health and wellness because diet is key and really so important. Sleep. I have an entire educational course on sleep because it's that important. And your sleep actually affects every single system in your body. Um, Adults need at least 7+ hours of sleep every night. And that might sound impossible, but it's really important. It's when things are restoring, everything's happening. Um, every function is impaired by lack of sleep. So immunity, metabolism, I mean, everything goes down the drain when you're not getting sleep. So it's really important to prioritize it. I have this alarm clock here because they say, have an alarm clock, it wakes you up in the morning, but have an alarm clock for at night. Your brain loves consistency. I know my phone, I have a reminder on my iPhone and it says like it's nighttime and it like makes a little bell, like it sounds like it's nighttime. I always have that set at 10 p.m. So after kids are asleep and I'm ready. I mean, here now I'm in Spain, so it's already 9:20 here, but it'll remind me and that gets that clock ready to go. A cooler environment and a darker environment. When you have brightness, you have lights, even like a little tiny light on like a TV system or something, that's actually any kind of light our body mimics sunlight. And so our body's confused. So even like taping over any kind of lights, if you have blackout windows here in Europe, we're really lucky. I don't know if you guys, I can show you, but every house in Europe has these windows that you can like pull up and pull down, and they're like metal like sheets that go down. And if you have them down, you can sleep in a long time past the sun rising because it makes this dark environment. You can buy them in the States. You can wear the sleep mask across your eyes, but a dark environment and a cool environment is very important to help promote restful sleep. I love the blend in my diffuser. So aromatically all night long. We have diffusers in the boys' room, our room. I love the combination. I do it every night, Serenity and cedarwood. These for me are just so amazing. Cedarwood is obviously a wood oil. It's very grounding. Serenity. Serenity is a blend. It's a calming blend. It has like all these calming oils. The main notes you smell in there are lavender and vanilla, and it's like a sweet lavender aroma. And then it has an entire system. There's a Serenity Sleep Stick. This stick is actually Serenity oil plus valerian root. And this is an amazing, really smooth one. You can put it on your wrist. So like when you're sleeping, you can put it on your neck, on the bottom of your feet, up and down your spine. And this is like, we have like two of these by every bedstand in our house because it's that amazing and it really does help to knock you out. Valerian is just so grounding, calming, like really does help. And then the Serenity soft gels. We talked about this with the adaptive system, right? You have aromatically, you're smelling things, topically, you're applying them, and then internally taking them. Again, it has lavender, it has lemon balm, L-theanine. It has other herbal extracts that are going to help the body to rest, calm, turn your brain off to slow down and get that good rest. One of the main newer ingredients in the Serenity Restful Complex, which is so cool, is tart cherry. Tart cherry is actually naturally producing melatonin. There's so many melatonin supplements out in the market, and our body needs to make it. So when you're supplementing it with something that's synthetic, then your body's like, oh, I don't need to make that anymore. And then you're going to become needing always to have a synthetic version of melatonin. When you give yourself tart cherry, it actually is going to be supportive of producing the natural melatonin. So this is a beautiful thing. A diffuser is a must-have. I always like to recommend when you start your nighttime routine, go start your diffuser, turn the lights down, have a little light on, get your room ready for bed, prep your pillows, your blanket, make a really nice environment, and then shut the lights off, shut the door. Go out and finish whatever you're doing, either in the bathroom or out with the kids, slowing everything down, brushing teeth, all the nighttime routine, reading books. When you go back into your room, you open the door to this oasis of calm, like this tranquil environment that's going to be inviting to sleep. So it sounds so silly, but when you go in your room and you have your phone on, the TV on, and it's loud, and there's like, bright lights, and it's a whole different, it's wild, right? Whereas you go in and it's calm and it's soft, and you have that aroma of the valerian and the serenity and the cedarwood. It's really inviting for restful sleep. Let me make sure I got everything here for, oh, also make sure you get sunlight in the morning. Get your face out in the sunlight right away to help that circadian rhythm as well. Now, these last two actually come from Brendon Burchard, and it's relationships and extras. And relationships are so important. We know it's key. This is kind of a no-brainer, but every day we're interacting and having relationships with our spouses, with our children, with our coworkers, with our family members, and they can be beautiful. I have such beautiful people in my circle of influence in my family, and I'm so thankful for that. But at the same time, like it's a very big influence. They say that you're an average of the five people that are closest to you. So that's things as far as, behaviors, languages, actions, morals, all those things are going to be rubbed off on you and vice versa. You get to rub off into them. You get to be their light as well. So, um, yeah, as much as everything else is so important, your social network is also very important. And some people you can't choose to not have in your relationship or network, acquaintances at work or certain people in your family maybe that you don't get along with. But you can control what you can control, and that is how you react to people. And so you can very much create healthy boundaries. There's a book that I recommend. I love it. It's by Lisa TerKeurst. It's called Good Boundaries or Goodbyes. And in it, it's a biblical concept of like there's no such thing as like just good boundaries. They're actually God boundaries. Like God made a boundary between the sand and the water for a reason. Like boundaries are needed, and it's not unhealthy. It's actually really healthy for yourself and for the person who you're in relationship with. So that's key. Sometimes we need to use our forgive oil when we've been through hard things. Sometimes we need console when we're struggling through things. So boundaries and relationships are key. Um, What else? Oh, like I was listening to another podcast about energy vampires. And you know those people in your life that like when you talk to them or hang out with them, it just kind of sucks your energy away. Choose to limit your time with them. So relationships are key when it comes to your mental health. And we know this, but take charge of that and be in control of who you choose to spend your time with and also how you choose to let your light shine onto others as well, right? You get to be a positive in that sense to other people. Last but not least, it's going to be the extras. So there's a lot of different things we talked about already, right? But for me, extras would be breath work, utilizing your breath and just tapping back into that center. So like this picture in the bottom right, one thing I've done with my boys, my middle son especially, he's a very highly sensitive child and he sometimes gets very overwhelmed with loud noises when we're at my husband's basketball games. And one thing we do is box breathing. So you breathe up for 4, exhale for 4, down for 4, over for 4. And it's just like switching your mind to think and distract you and to do something else, which then can get your body back in line into homeostasis. Grounding, getting out in nature, put your feet in the grass. We're like in this concrete jungle of the world we live in. Take your shoes off, go out in the grass, go out in nature, or just go out on a walk, right? We hear there is an essential oil, I didn't put it on here, called Shinrin Yoku. And this actually means forest bathing blend. So it's bringing the outdoors indoor. Diffuse that during the day. That actually has some really cool science behind natural killer cells. So your body needs natural killer cells, and it actually increases them by just diffusing outdoor blends indoor because we need to be out in nature. We should be out and about, but instead we're in homes and offices and false lighting and this air that's not we got to get out, open your windows and get out in the fresh air. So grounding, breath work. If you have like red light therapy is incredible. We have one called a Loom Box. We use it for emotional health. It's so powerful for your skin and injuries, but it's amazing for emotional health, even just 5 minutes a day. Hot cold therapy, like go to the sauna and open up your airways and your skin and your pores. Get a lymphatic massage. Like things like dry brushing. It sounds so simple, and there's videos all over YouTube how to do it, but this is opening up areas for your body as well as gua sha. Like it's super simple to do, but it just has to be part of a habit that you do. Um, Tongue scraping. This is kind of like it sounds crazy, but it helps when you're detoxing. It helps to get things out off your tongue. But also, it's just like it's kind of a calming thing for me in the morning when I'm brushing my teeth to do my skin to do my tongue scraping. What else? The cold therapy would be like cold showers or ice baths, which isn't for everyone, but a cold shower is actually really beneficial for your nervous system. So some of the fun doTERRA things for extras, because I'm all about not just self-care, but soul care, because you have to take care of yourself. And there's so many ways you can do it. Our doTERRA body wash doubles as a bubble bath and it's incredible. I love Magnolia. I put it over my heart in the shape of a heart. It's actually the mothering in the emotional side of oils. It's the mothering blend. And it's just so floral and so beautiful to me. Everyone finds their oil that just resonates with them. Citrus Bliss is like citrus, it's almost like a dreamsicle, it's like citrus plus vanilla. Sorry, my dog's over here snoring. Citrus plus vanilla. So it's like happy, invigorating. It's sweet. I love diffusing that, especially in the morning, like to get the household started, or maybe on the way to work in the car or at your office. Citrus Bliss is a really happy, mood lifting essential oil blend. The Yara Palm eye mask, these just go under your eyes. It's just for me too, like spiritually, sometimes we have like heaviness that comes on us all day long when we're looking at things, and it's just a crazy, dirty, crazy world that we live in. So two sides of this, it's not only great for like your under eye circles, but it is also very good for kind of cleansing and opening your eyes as well, if that resonates with you. What else here? And yeah, just using part of these natural, pure fragrances from Mother Nature instead of synthetic things that are going to cause headache and that spiral effect again that we talked about that actually can really pull you down. Your self-care items that you use, like your shampoo, your lotion, your toothpaste, all these things that on the market, they're going to have fake fragrances, parabens, added things that pull at your endocrine system, pull at different parts of your body that actually play an effect on your mental health because your body's working so hard to try to figure out what all these synthetic things are and these side effects that come from them, like having a migraine all day long from something. So it's really important to control what you can control and choose things that are going to have good ingredients for you and your family. Okay, that's that. Sit with that. If you guys have any questions or anything else you want to add here to the comments or reach out to me, I'm always happy to schedule a call. Or if you're just struggling and you need some support, I'm just one phone call away. Even if we've never met, I'm happy to jump on a call and just hear you and pray over you or just, spend time because you're not alone in whatever you're walking through. And you're always welcome to be part of our oil community, which I think is really cool. We're sharing this caring, and we are such a beautiful essential oil family with over 2,000 people members in there. So if you are brand new, you can scan this QR code of whoever invited you to the call, reach out to them. They can send you a shopping cart as well. You can edit as you please to start your wellness journey. This actually gives you wholesale pricing, which is 25% off of retail. For the next 5 days, if you're watching this live, we have a promo code for our team that's exclusive, and you can get the balance for free and the adaptive for free, which we talked about both those today. Different price points. Like I said, if I invited you or someone else, reach out to me and we can actually create a custom cart for you as well. If you have been part of my oil family already, log in, order however you please on your account, one-time order or the LRP. Or if you have not ordered in 12 plus months, you can actually re-enroll. So you can actually get a brand new account, start fresh, different number, and you're eligible for all of these promotions as well. So keep that in mind. If there's any other questions, let me know. I love you all. God bless you. Just know you're not alone in this walk here on the earth and that it is crazy, but it's going to be okay. And just take it, minute by minute and one day at a time. And we're here for you, and that you can be part of this oil community as well and not feel like you're alone in all the things that you're walking through.